Okay, so let's unpack this really interesting idea we came across. It's a specific money manifestation trick.
Yeah, from that EchoNest podcast, hosted by Nick. Right?
Yep.
And the claim is pretty bold.
Totally. Manifesting like a cool $5,000. And get this, by May 2025. Very specific.
It is. That precision, the amount, and the date,
Yeah.
that's what kind of jumps out. It's not just vague wishing.
Exactly. And Nick, apparently, he shared his own story, manifesting $1,000 in a month before using something similar.
So he's putting his own experience behind it.
Right. And the whole thing is built on, the law of attraction, the idea that your energy, your thoughts, they attract outcomes.
That classic concept. But he's framed it as a practical method, not just passive thinking.
Yeah, it boils down to three main things you actually do. First, visualization.
Then affirmations, power affirmations, he calls them.
And third, gratitude. Cultivating that thankful feeling.
So it's combining these known techniques, really. Visualization is used in sports. Affirmations are about positive self-talk.
And gratitude, well, we know that's linked to well-being, so it's kind of packaging them for a specific financial target.
Precisely. And that's what we're diving into, how these familiar ideas are being applied here.
Okay, let's start with step one then, visualization. Nick says, do this every night, right before bed.
Okay. And what does that actually involve? Just thinking about money?
More than that, he wants you to create a really vivid picture, actually having the $5,000.
So engaging the senses, the emotions, not just a number.
Exactly. He suggests things like actually picturing the balance in your bank account, online maybe.
Or feeling that excitement, that relief maybe of having it.
Yeah. And thinking about what you'd use it for, like specifically.
Okay. So paying off some debt maybe, or that vacation you mentioned, or starting a small business.
Right. He even used his own example, didn't he? Visualizing buying a new laptop, making it concrete.
That makes sense. It gives the mind something specific to, latch onto. It's not just abstract wealth.
And he recommends just like 2 or 3 minutes a day. Not a huge time commitment.
Right. 2 to 3 minutes.
But ideally when you're relaxed, he mentioned maybe after a warm shower, when your subconscious is more...
receptive. Open to suggestion.
Yeah, that's the word. He frames it as like signaling to the universe that you're ready. You're open for this money.
Yeah, signaling the universe language. That's very law of attraction.
Yeah.
But from another angle, consistent visualization can build belief.
How so?
Well, by repeatedly imagining something, you make it feel more possible in your own mind. It could boost your motivation, maybe even make you act differently without realizing it.
Interesting. Okay, so that's visualization. Step 2 is affirmations, these power affirmations.
Right. And this step seems focused on tackling those limiting beliefs people have about money.
Oh, yeah. Like, money's hard to come by, or I don't deserve to be wealthy, that kind of internal chatter.
Exactly. Those beliefs can really act like a barrier, stop you from seeing opportunities, perhaps.
So Nick gives 3 specific phrases to repeat aloud every morning with confidence.
Okay, what are they?
First, I am a magnet for wealth and abundance. Second, $5,000 flows to me easily by May 2025.
Notice the easily part there. Directly challenging the struggle narrative.
Right. And the third one, I deserve financial freedom.
That one tackles self-worth, which can be tied up with money for a lot of people. Interesting choices.
And the instruction is repeat each one 5 times. While standing tall, maybe look in a mirror. Really embody it.
That physical component, the posture, the mirror, that can amplify the psychological effect, supposedly. Mind-body connection.
He also had a practical tip, remember? Like, do it while brushing your teeth.
Oh yeah, habit stacking. Linking the new habit to one you already have so you don't forget. Smart. Makes it easier to be consistent.
So the idea here is you're training your brain, essentially, to expect money, to spot chances to get it.
You could frame it that way. Training your brain to filter reality differently, perhaps focusing more on abundance and opportunity rather than lack.
Okay. Which brings us to step 3, gratitude. Nick called this the secret sauce of manifestation.
Right. The principle being that the universe, or just life, responds positively when you have a grateful attitude.
Yeah, be thankful for what you've got, and you open the door for more.
And again, there's research supporting gratitude practices for general well-being. Focusing on the positive tends to create more positive feelings.
So the task here is, every night, write down 3 things you're grateful for, specifically about money.
Okay, so not just general gratitude, but money-focused. Like what?
Could be anything, really. Being thankful for your paycheck, maybe finding a few dollars on the street, even just having enough for groceries that week.
Small things count too then. It's about noticing the good you already have financially.
Exactly. Nick said he uses like a small journal for this, just jotting them down.
The physical act of writing can make it feel more concrete, more intentional than just thinking it.
And then there's this kicker sentence you add at the end every night.
Oh yeah, what's that?
You write, I'm so grateful for the $5,000 coming to me by May 2025.
Ah, so you're tying the general gratitude practice directly back to the specific goal again.
Yeah. It's like you're expressing thanks for it in advance, reinforcing that belief it's on its way, shifting your energy, as he put it.
So you're cultivating the feeling of having already received it, in a way, which in manifestation circles is seen as key.
And he suggests doing this gratitude part consistently for 30 days to really embed it.
Makes sense. Building a new habit, a new thought pattern, usually takes consistent effort for a while.
So, okay, let's recap the whole trick from EchoNest. It's visualize the $5 K nightly.
Repeat those 3 specific power affirmations every morning.
And do that money-focused gratitude journal entry every evening, including the specific $5 K sentence.
Daily actions, all focused on that May 2025 goal of $5,000. And the advice was to start, like, right away.
Yeah, no time like the present.
You know, what's striking is how straightforward the steps are. They don't need special equipment or lots of time.
True. It's more about the consistency, the daily practice.
And Nick also had that call to action, didn't he? For his listeners.
Oh, yeah. He encouraged people to share their progress. Any money wins they experience along the way, put them in the comments.
Building a bit of community around it, that can be powerful. Seeing others succeed, sharing your own small victories, it reinforces belief.
And of course, the usual podcast stuff. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more tips. He mentioned his next topic was manifesting love.
So applying similar principles to different areas of life, presumably.
Seems like it. It's definitely a compelling package he's put together. Clear goal, simple steps, positive message.
It taps into that desire many people have for more control over their financial situation and the belief that mindset plays a role.
Absolutely. And, you know, whether someone actually manifests exactly $5,000 by that date using only this, well, who knows?
Right. But the practices themselves, visualization, positive affirmation, gratitude, could independently lead to positive shifts. Maybe a better money mindset, maybe noticing opportunities you'd missed otherwise.
Yeah, focusing consistently on abundance rather than lack. It's hard to see how that could be a bad thing, you know?
Exactly. Even if the mechanism isn't literally signaling the universe, the psychological effects of these practices are worth considering.
So that's our deep dive into this $5,000 manifestation method. An interesting blend of psychology and, well, law of attraction principles.
Definitely gives you something to think about.
For sure. And maybe here's a thought to leave you with. Regardless of the specific $5,000 goal, what if just dedicating, say, 5 minutes a day to consciously focusing on financial gratitude and possibility could open up your perspective? Even just a little. What might you start noticing differently? Something to mull over.